The fourth movie on our docket is friend Andy Runstead once invented the term sub-dependent movies for amateur movies. And so the fourth movie on our list here today is the sub-dependent film Calm Down. And I don't want to get into too much detail about Calm Down because it's basically written and directed by the cousin of a guy I work with who lives in Independence, Iowa in his parents' basement, and he makes vampire movies or something. Well, I don't want to get overly critical or bash this movie because the dude's trying. But I'm going to take task on one thing. The basic story of the movie is there's two brothers who have kind of a homoerotic incestuous relationship, and one of them gets killed by a gang. But then the brother who survives, who also has an incestuous relationship with his mom, I'm pretty sure, gets taken in by a gang of vampire fighters, which I think is really just a group of D&D nerds who happen to have weapons because they take them to the Renaissance Fair on weekends. They tell the guy, hey, your brother wasn't killed by a gang, they were killed by vampires. There, I said it.
It was vampires, okay? There. Said it.
And then there's about a half an hour, 45 minutes of these guys killing vampires. Now the one thing I'm going to take to task in this movie is near the end where there's the final battle sequence, which is shot entirely in slow motion, not in the Wes Anderson style, but in the Richard Donner style. The surviving brother gives a speech where he says, I don't want you to be scared, but honestly,
we should all be scared. Sometimes I just get so mad thinking about what those jerks have done to people.
Now get ready with the bleep button, Jay, because if vampires killed my brother, which I don't have a brother, but say I had a brother and vampires killed him, I wouldn't call them jerks. I would say, when I think of what those did, I get so mad, which I consider the greatest insult. So I'm not even going to give Calm Down a rating. I'm just going to say, take up the intensity, boys. Even though the movie's called Calm Down, and there's a moment where the one guy says, calm down, things are just starting to get intense. High five off screen. Take up the intensity. Just take it up a notch. That's my advice. My advice would be learn how to write, but you can cut that out.